Alright, so long story short, like, and yes, it's short. But anyway, I got the pockets flipped inside out, because I need to repair this pocket. And these are my needle and threads and whatnot. I'm gonna try to match everything up. Take my time. Usa. And I'm gonna make it happen. You know what I mean? Like, quick sewing, you know. Like the old school, sometimes you don't always need to buy something new. Sometimes you just need to have a little bit of patience and ingenuity. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with this needle right here, you know. You know what I mean? It's hard to see because of the bling, but the eye of the needle. Yeah, and I'm thinking I'm gonna probably take a chance with the black thread and then seal that pocket up, you know, because like I said, like, there's a hole in there. Yeah, right here through this bottom seam. So I'm gonna sew it up. And then also remember, you gotta wet the thread before you put it into the needle. You gotta be able to, you know, otherwise you'll waste time. It'll eventually get through, but it's frustrating. But yeah, I got to thread through the needle, you know. And by the way, it's probably hard to see, but like I'm doing a double knot. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're gonna bother with sewing like this, you want to be sure you double knot it. That's what my mom taught me. Alright, so basically, when you have a good double knot and you got it through the eye of the needle with the thread, that's when you get busy. Alright, so this is the target. You have to seal this back into that. That way, when this is flipped inside out, the pocket will not be dropping change and coins and all this other nonsense, you know. There is a way to do it. You just gotta be patient. And yeah, let's get to sewing. You want to start with the thickest part of the fabric and then ease it in, and then, you know what I'm saying, like that kind of pattern. And then like the first insertion should look like this. So you're taking your time, you're poking through the fabric, you're going through the thickest part, and then you're gonna pull it through and then have like an interwoven pattern. Oh, and I forgot to mention one other thing after I started this. You kind of want to figure out how much yarn you're gonna use, because at some point I'm gonna have to clip this and then create a knot, and then so that way as I'm moving the yarn and like weaving, the knot will stop the other part from the yarn. Like I gotta be able to cut this, and then, you know, there's a method to the madness. But watch this. And yeah, I might as well like create a knot right now on this with this yarn. So yeah, it's basically the same thing. I already snapped it out the yarn. You want to do like a triple knot. That way it's fat enough as you're working the needle to do it. Then you know, it'll be a lot more secure. Alright, so y'all underestimated. You want to be sure that you have like multiple knots, so that way as you do it, like, yeah, you see how I got like it's fat right there. Like, you want to be sure to go 6, 7, 8 more, 9 times to create that Windsor knot, and then you'll be able to finish the threading. It should look something like this. Like, let's see if the camera's focused, because I know this is difficult to see. But yeah, it should be a knot like that, like something thick. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, a thick knot. That way, as you do it, like the thread doesn't go through, and then it's a lost cause. And then going back to the first step. So you see how I got the knot right here. See if the camera's in focus or not. Come on, camera. But anyway, like still got the needle. Got my knot right there. And then as I pull the needle up, that will bring my thread through like that. And that's where that knot comes in. And I'll still trim and cut it afterwards, but yeah, dog. That's how sewing works, you know? So I'm gonna keep showing you the rest. And by the way, this is the other tricky part. So we got it looped through here, right? But it's like you gotta be careful how you gonna thread it. Like, where should I go in at? You wanna be able to measure the fabric and then decide like where you're gonna, you know what I mean? And then when you find the right point, the right suture, and you pull up after it comes in, boom. So that's the first loop, and then I'm gonna go no, like this way, that way, this way, that way. And then also remember, you want to go with a thatch, like a crisscross kind of pattern. You know what I mean? Like crisscross, crisscross. So then as you crisscross, it should start to look like a catcher's mitt or a baseball, like a cross pattern. You know, you just gotta be patient and just work with it. Listen to the fabric, follow what the fabric's telling you. So basically, when you get to the top, you see how the suture is. At some point, you gotta figure out, okay, do I keep weaving? Do I let it go? I still have a hole right here, but I'm gonna thread it, and I'm gonna keep being patient. So now this is where the fun starts. When you have a full suture, when you get to the end of it, that's when you can go and really tighten it up. That's where it's fun, and you don't have to be as meticulous. Alright, and then when you finally got everything sutured and everything sewed right, that's when you gotta make a knot with the other end of the needle. And then after that, you know, it's when you can pretty much start to wrap things up. Alright, so after doing multiple loops, you should have, see if the camera's in focus. Anyway, you should have like a decent sized knot, you know. But you gotta go over and over and over, like, you know, maybe 8 or 9 times to lock that up, to sew it up. Alright, so now comes the moment of truth. After doing my knots and everything else, is this a secure pocket now? Is this a done deal? So let's use the shears, double check it, and then we should be good to go. Ooh, I could use it like a puppeteer now. Yeah, this pocket is secure. Yeah, secure. So yeah, that's sewing, dog. Like, yep, pockets are working good. That's how hemming and sewing and everything works. It takes a lot of patience, but it can be done, especially when you have the right tools, the right needle, the right set. You know what I mean? It can be done. And you can refurbish old clothes that you might have wasted money on, you know, buying something new. When if it's something that you care about or whatever, and you have the means, yeah, man, You can reuse old stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much sewing. Peace.